Hi everyone, I'm here again. So excuse me. Um, so one thing that I guess kind of coincides with the video that I just did is it's just something that I have seen in my personal life. It's just my mom is like super nice. Like and so are a lot of the women in my family. They just let people get away with whatever. And what I've kind of noticed is I think since they can't exert energy over other people, they try to like release it on other family members, myself included. And so um, I have just had a lot of unsolicited advice from family members and from other people who have called themselves mentors to me. And one of the things that I was taught as a child is, respect your elders and respect people that are older than you or whatever, and don't talk back and stuff like that. And I think that I'm not saying that those are bad things to teach your children or those are bad teachings. But I think that as an adult, as a woman who's nearing 30, I feel that it has been a crutch for me, or it has been a what's the word that I want to use? Um, it's been a hindrance to me because I've allowed people to talk to me crazy as hell when I normally would not, you know. 'Cause I don't really play a lot with people. Like, I don't play for real. Like, I really don't play. And I've allowed a lot of people to get away with saying trifling shit to me because, oh, that's my auntie. Oh, that's my grandma. Oh, that's my mom. Oh, whatever. And I think that has been a crutch, or I don't want to say crutch. It has been a hindrance to my communication skills because I feel like just saying yes, ma'am, just saying okay for the sake of keeping the peace with people in my family or people that I consider authority figures or I consider elders, I feel like it has created diminished respect for myself from the viewpoint of others. Meaning like it has kind of been like, you know, I have allowed people to like I've had people talk to me about diet, for instance, you know, and I think I've shared this with you all before. I'm the only person in my family who's not overweight. Um, and I have had to sit through lectures of 300-pound women tell me that I need to be eating better or I need to eat something a certain way. And that I shouldn't be eating something. I'm sitting here looking like, where do you get the gall to tell me what I should and shouldn't be eating? Like, when did who died and made you the diet guru when you sitting up here popping pills, shooting up insulin or whatever? And the few times that I have had to get buck on people, I have been shamed. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. That wasn't nice. Just because something isn't nice doesn't mean that it's not the truth. It doesn't mean that it shouldn't be said. And I think that there is a lack of respect for people who are younger than them, um, or whatever, in certain families and stuff. And so people just feel like, well, I'm older, so I can just tell this person whatever they want, or I can embarrass this person, or I can treat this person like shit. And it's like you're not supposed to say anything back to them. I say fuck that shit, and I know that's gonna probably people are gonna be like, what? But I say bump that. I say if you have a family member who is okay, who cares if they're 20 years older than you? If this person has been belittling you, um, publicly embarrassing you, um, just treating you poorly, I'm not saying that you should cuss them out, but I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I had went out to eat with my family one time, y'all, and I used to be a pescatarian, meaning that I had a plant based diet in which I ate fish. So I wasn't a full blown vegetarian because I still ate fish. And we were all at the table, and my family kept making comments about this is the thing, this is the funny thing. I used to get lectures about um oh, don't get fat like us, don't gain weight like us. And then I got older, and I've always been able to maintain. I've just always been small for the most part. There was a time period where I gained about 20 pounds more than I would have liked, and I got in the gym and I lost it in about 2 months. With very very strict diet and exercise. And anyway, during that time period, I decided to become a pescatarian. So we had all gotten out to eat, and I'd actually been with them for a whole weekend, and I decided to well, yeah, I was just eating my food, minding my business or whatever, and um there came all of these negative comments about what I had on my plate. Now my family had pork chops. I don't eat pork at all. I'm like adamantly against pork. They had pork chops and was drinking sweet tea, but they died. Some of them are diabetic and pre-diabetic, and were, I mean, they pretty much had slave plates. And here I am with my salad and my vegetables, and I think I had some fish on my plate. And they started making comments about what I was eating, and it's just like I really don't understand, like, how much are you supposed to take of somebody constantly like fucking with you, constantly making comments about your diet. And there have been several comments made about my diet already, and just over time, right? And so we were at dinner, so we're in public, and this particular person who loves to loves to just do just unsolicited fucking advice, like loves to put her 2 cents in, who's also overweight, makes a comment about my plate, and starts offering my son bacon, which is super disrespectful. Because I'm telling you, if someone is a mom and they say, I'm vegan, don't feed my child this, I'm vegetarian, don't feed my child this, or oh, we don't eat that, respect that, what that mother or father, with their dietary rules, like, respect that. Like, that's what they eat in their home, because you don't even know if whether you give this child a whole bunch of cotton candy, or you give this child whatever, it's food restriction, you give it to them, you don't know if they're gonna get sick. You don't know if they're gonna have an adverse reaction. You don't know any of that. And then if the child gets sick, guess who the burden falls on? The parents. They gotta take the child to the doctor and take the child to the ER, right? This person made a comment about my diet one last damn time. And I just snapped. I snapped on her ass. And I'm telling you, I feel like she deserved it. And what happened was, when she had made that comment, other people decided to chime in on what I was eating. And I just have completely had it with her. And I was just like, am I not the only person at this table who doesn't take pills every day? And I mean, you could have heard a pin drop. And they all was looking at me, and my mom was like, "That's mean." I said, "No, why is it mean when I respond to negativity toward that is directed toward me? Like, you have got to be kidding me. That now all of a sudden I'm being mean. Didn't nobody ask this motherfucker to comment on what I was eating, but she did, and then she gets a response, and she don't like it, and now I'm mean, nigga. Please, please, I don't even want to hear it." And I remember just from then on, I've just been the mean, feisty one in my family, and I really truly don't care, because it's like I don't understand why people feel like they can just keep doing disrespectful stuff and saying disrespectful stuff, and that you're supposed to just not say nothing. Like, I'm like, where do they do that at? I think not over here. I'm not gonna have it. And so I have officially become sick of people and unsolicited advice. And I told my friend, I was like, I'm just gonna start lighting people up. And when I say that, I mean giving people the deal. Like, recently, I was um picking my son up from somewhere, and the person whose care he was in made a comment about me attending a self improvement group, or taking a self improvement class, a self class, or whatever, a couples self improvement class, that she and her husband had done, and it was at her church. And first of all, I didn't ask her. I never asked her um about this class. You know, I she kind of really she really like started the entire conversation. Like, I wasn't really trying to tell her. I really wasn't, like, my personal business is my personal business. Like, I'm very private about a lot of stuff. So a lot of times people don't know what I'm doing until I tell them, specifically this is what I'm doing. So I hadn't told her anything about, y'all excuse me, I'm so sorry. I hadn't told her anything about next steps in my relationship at all. But she was asking me about my relationship and about what we were doing and stuff. And then she suggested I go to this class at her church. And I'm sitting here like, oh Lord. And she's just talking and talking and talking. And I didn't say nothing. I let her. But when I got in my car, I realized that I was very, very annoyed. Like, and I've just noticed a theme in this past week that there have just been a lot of like, there just have been a lot of like, just unsolicited comments and unsolicited advice. And I just realized, the only way to really get self-respect, to get respect from other people, people will call you mean and people will call you whatever. But if you set ground rules for people, people will know that you don't play. People will know that you mean what you say, and you say what you mean. And what I mean by that is, like, you have to tell people, I didn't ask you for your advice. I didn't ask for your opinion. And that might seem rude at the time, but that will keep people from just making unnecessary comments about what you need to be doing. I've had people who don't have kids tell me what I need to be doing with my son. To me, that's rude. That's rude to me that you would even offer your advice when I didn't ask you. I didn't ask that person to tell me what I should be feeding him, or whatever. And so, because I know with myself, I usually, I'm not gonna say I've never given unsolicited advice because I'd be lying. But a lot of times the people who give unsolicited advice, it's usually the same people. It's usually because they think they know everything. And I know sometimes people say things because they really genuinely just want to help. And I know I've given people, like, people be like, oh, I don't know what to do about my eczema. I will suggest, you should use shea butter. But I'm saying that out of love. I'm not telling them, well, you need to quit eating dairy. If you would stop eating crazy, you wouldn't have eczema. I don't do stuff like that to people because someone has done me like that before. And I was like, whoa, like, why are you charging me up about my diet? There's a nice way to say things. or whatever, or stuff like that. But just the whole, my hand is really itching today. I think I have a mosquito bite on my hand, y'all. But unsolicited advice, I really feel like people need to be put in their place, because if you don't put them in their place, they're gonna keep feeling like they can give you advice on what you need to be doing, and they may, or half the time they don't even know what they're trying to tell you about what you need to be doing. I've had people tell me, before, I had a partner, oh, well, just ask your husband to help you do whatever. Bitch, how did you know I was married? It's just, people can just be so they feel like they're being considerate, but they're being inconsiderate as hell. It's because they want to give you to put their 2 cents in. And I feel like one way to really get that under is nip that in the bud is just tell people flat out, oh, I'm sorry. Did I must have given you the wrong impression. I wasn't seeking your advice or opinion. That's about as nice as I can get with motherfuckers, okay? That's about as nice as I can get. I don't have anything else, really, no other nice way to say that, because I'm telling you, it to me, it just totally chaps my ass that people feel like that they're warranted to even put in their 2 cents. To me, it's completely rude. I've seen people in jacked up situations or whatever, and I usually just don't say nothing, because I just feel like if that person didn't want to be in that situation, they would get themselves out of it. Somebody's telling me, hey, my kids are just out of control. I don't know what to do. Unless somebody says, what do you think? I'm not commenting on someone else's kids. I don't have to go home with them and deal with their children. I'm not commenting on somebody else's marriage if someone's trying to come venting to me about their husband, or just talking about their husband or their wife. I'm not saying nothing until somebody says to me specifically, you know, what should I do? What do you think? What's your view? I'm not saying nothing, because unsolicited advice is one of the most annoying things that I have ever fucking experienced in my life. And it seems almost like last week it went into fucking overdrive. And I'm just tired of it, and I just feel like you have to just check people where they are, because they're going to keep thinking that they can keep giving you their 2 cents. And you didn't ask for it. And like I said, half the time these people don't even know what they're talking about. Um, and it can just be really irritating and really draining. And I know, like I said, and it is hard when it's family. It is hard when it's, your mama. It's hard when it's your daddy. It's hard when it's, your uncle and your aunts. And I know my mom is always just like, well, Lejay, just don't say anything. And I'm like, no, because if I don't say anything, then I have to hear it again. I have to hear more about it again. If I don't say anything, then I have to hear, not that I have to hear it again. Well, I mean, that of course plays a role, but I feel like it's an insult to my intelligence. Like, if somebody is telling me how to raise my child that I've been raising for a certain amount of years, that I know his personality and I know what kind of food he likes and I know him inside and out, and somebody who's only been around him for a limited amount of time has to tell me something that doesn't work with my parenting style or doesn't sit well with my soul, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by being like, you know what, I have this under control. I've been doing this for this many years now. Thank you. Your opinion was not necessary. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by not telling by not telling that person to back off and to let me parent, or to let me handle my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if my mom wants to let people talk to her crazy, and she just says, "Oh, it's unsolicited advice," and I'm not gonna say anything because they're older. That's her. You know what I'm saying? I come from her, but I am not her. I am my own person. And some people just need to be checked and put in their place. I think honestly, That's probably why a lot of people come to you telling you what you need to be doing with your life, is because you haven't charged their ass up and told them to shut up and mind their own business and to stay out of yours. Because it's really none of their business how you choose to conduct your life if you're not harming them. If you're not harming them, asking them for money, people really don't have no room to say shit, honestly. And I have just kind of gotten to a point where I realized that half of the things that I'm complaining about probably would have been resolved if I would have told people a long time ago, dude, I'm not, you can't, I'm not listening to that. Like, I'm grown as hell. And I know one particular person that I cut off. Um, she called my mom. Again, it's like, am I not an adult? Called my mom and was like, I think she's upset with me. And I was, because this person had pretty much tried to discount what I had said and kind of tried to, basically, I shared something personal with them, a personal goal, and they pretty much just like told me I didn't want to do that because I didn't know what I was talking about and I wasn't going to excel. And I mean, my type of personality, if you tell me that I can't do something that I've already set my mind to, I would look at that as disrespect. So I pretty much cut her off, meaning that I blocked her from all forms of communication with me. Because I was just like, okay, you told me I can't do something and I know I can and I'm fully capable. You're not being supportive. Bye. That's how my mind is. Like, I just don't, y'all, I just do not have time for that bullshit. Like, most people like that, and I think this is, like I said, this is kind of piggybacking off my last video with the forgiveness. I'm not, no. You got one time to disrespect me and piss me off, especially if you're not family, and your ass is grass. Okay, I don't have room for any kind of negativity or disrespect. I do not. It's only positivity. I can take constructive criticism, but if you're sitting up here telling me I can't achieve something, then I'm telling you I'm about to apply to school to do something, or I'm about to embark on a new journey, or do something that's gonna benefit me, and you're gonna tell me that it's not feasible, you're just deleted, just that fast, poof, gone. I'm not dealing with you anymore. And so this person called my mom and was like, no, I don't know what I said. I was just trying to help her. No, no, no. You need to watch your fucking mouth. And I think, again, this you have to teach people lessons. You have to teach people how to treat you. If I ever choose to speak to this woman again, which I probably won't, she knows that she cannot come at me on some you can't do that shit. Like, no. You can't do that to me. She now knows I don't play that. And I'm telling you, that's how you gotta do niggas. Because people will sit up and tell you that you can't do something and talk bad about you and do all sort of stuff like that, and you keep them around, and then you get to a certain level. Because I've seen this happen to me. This happened to me when I was an undergrad. I let people talk about me so bad to my face, and this was mainly my family. And then when I graduated from college and Oprah was our commencement speaker, these same people that told me I wasn't gonna be shit and I would never finish college rallied around me because guess who's the guest speaker? Oprah. And they were, oh, I'm so proud of you. You're graduating. No, fuck you. Because you said I would never be nothing. I should not have allowed them to come. There were some people that I should not have allowed to come because they were so negative about me finishing college, and they were negative because I had a child at the time. So instead of being supportive, they shunned me. But when it was time for me to graduate, it was like, oh, that's my niece. Oh, that's my daughter. Oh, that's my sister. It was all everybody wanted to rally around me, and it's like, didn't you tell me I wasn't gonna be shit? I cut people off for that because I don't feel like it's fair. Why do you get to ride with me when I'm doing good? I mean, when you were talking bad about me when I was doing bad, or when I had a dream, you know what I'm saying? You was laughing at me, but then I complete what I need to complete, and all of a sudden you wanna rub shoulders. I don't think that's fair. I think only people who were supportive of you should be able to go with you, and so that's why I cut that person off, because I just don't feel like you should. I just don't feel like you deserve that. You were very negative about this dream that I formed. So once it manifests, you don't deserve to be a part of it. I mean, it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the words of Drake and Future, where was you at? You were talking shit. So don't come around here, just like Future said at the beginning. I don't want to hear none of that. Okay, I don't want to hear. Oh, I knew you'd be a great mom. Oh, I knew you graduate from college. Oh, I knew you'd make a great professional. No, I don't want to hear that, because you had nothing but negative things to say when, you know, I had the odds stacked against me. So kiss my ass. So I just think that one way that you unsolicited advice, to me, that shows you where your friends at. These people are talking. If their advice is like, man, you can't do that, you can't get nowhere, you need to cut them people off. Um, if people are giving you advice about stuff that you already know about and you don't need their 2 cents, just tell them, like, I didn't ask you. Thank you though. I didn't ask you for that. You gotta let people know, because I feel like when you let shit slide, then people feel welcome to keep doing it. Like, you gotta nip shit in the bud. You gotta nip shit directly in the bud. Like, you cannot let people keep doing stuff, because then they feel like it's okay. Or you do like me, or like I've done in the past. You don't say anything for a long period of time, and then you go off. Your volcano just explodes, and they're like, "Whoa, where did all that come from?" And you've been mad this whole time. Like, nah, just check people from the gate. Check people from the gate, because if you don't, then like I said, they feel like, well, they don't even know that you're upset. They don't even know that you're mad. They don't even know that you feel some kind of way. So you just have to start telling people from the gate, like, that shit is unnecessary, and that you didn't ask them for their 2 cents. So I probably did some rambling in this video. If you finished it, then props to you. But yeah, like, take your power back. Don't let people tell you what to do. Shit, in the end, this is your life, and you have to live it, and you have to deal with your decisions. You don't want to be living off of, well, I'm doing this because my mom told me to do it. I'm doing this because my grandmama told me to do it. Do it because you want to do it. And if somebody tells you that you can't do it, don't listen to them, because that's just negative energy, and you don't need it. If you hardcore like me and you want to cut their ass off, cut their ass off. If you just want to keep them distant while you're working on your goals, let them just be distant. But don't let people tell you that you can't do stuff, or let people try to stop you from doing stuff. Or, man, f people, okay? Because half the time they don't know what we're talking about anyway. Okay, a perfect example is, like, I know a story of Jennifer Lopez. When she wanted to be a dancer, her family put her out of their house. They were like, you can't live here and be talking about you want to be a dancer. Now she's this millionaire. They living off of her. Couldn't be me. My family wouldn't be getting a motherfucking dime from me. Because I don't play that. I do not play that. No. Because when I was trying to dance, I had to go live in my dance studio. Because y'all didn't believe in me. I'm telling you, man. And a lot of times, and the reason why I brought up family, because I'm talking about personal experiences, because a lot of times it is your family that will talk shit about you. You would think that it won't be, but half the time, man, a lot of more than half the time, that's who is talking shit. That's who hating, is your own family. So, child, please. People think because they're related to you, they get an extra cookie. No, you just another person, just like everybody else. And if you disrespect me, you are just like anybody else. Your ass can be cut off, deleted, control alt delete, X out. Negativity just will not be tolerated. So, yeah, that's pretty much my rant on that. Bump all the BS. Do what's in your heart. And if anybody comes against it, just know that that's part of what you need to do, part of who you need to delete from your life. Okay? Bye, y'all.